I think it's a core function of journalism to gather and publish information that's relevant to people, that they can find useful and that may help them in making choices or in reaching decisions.
We know what happens when parts of society think that no one's looking, think that they're above scrutiny. So it's important that there is someone applying that scrutiny and that it is being applied in the public interest.
I said to myself, there's something serious going on here. If a man who's making complaints of malpractice within the force is being accused of something that could label him in the most grievous manner for which he is completely innocent.
We were coming across all these strange and peculiar names, names that meant nothing to us, names that were effectively designed to mean nothing to us. We traced all that back. There were actually household names behind them, like Goldman Sachs, like Carval, like Cerberus. These were the companies that were buying Ireland.
The banks have been working on this a long time, and they put a spin on it that these were almost 11,000 non-performing mortgages. Now, we investigated and found there was at least 1,000 of those who were performing.
He talked and talked and talked. It was the most extraordinary day I've ever had as a reporter, and I wasn't taking a single note, but I knew what I was hearing was a change of the narrative we thought we had known for 34 years.
We identified Brother Aidan. The next step was to find out where was he now. We actually didn't know. And where had he been for the 20 years since 1993? And did he have access to children during that period? And was anyone following through? It transpired that Brother Aidan had been sent to Africa, and the only way to follow that was to go to Africa. So we went to Malawi.
The Ombudsman had discovered what he considered to be a disturbing trend where a lot of people had gone off temporarily their tracker mortgage, had expected to go back on it, but were being denied the right to go back to that. It cost the banks €1 billion, and close to 40,000 people who were denied trackers have got them back again.
As a direct result, I believe, of our work, the digital age of consent was raised from 13 to 16. There is currently a private member's bill has been accepted looking to ban smartphones in schools. And the government is also committed to creating an Office of Digital Safety Commissioner.
We put together a very persuasive argument. It was backed by a huge number of TDs. A bill has been drafted. It's currently before the Dáil, and we hope in the near future to see that become legislation that will put a defibrillator into every single school in the country.
People think you get a bit of information and then you run it. I spent the whole day trying to get this confirmed. I was chasing down every contact that I had. Information about this was not easy to come across because you're talking about effectively state security.
Google has this reputation as such a great employer in Dublin, and they're, lauded by the government at every turn, but there is a dark underbelly of staff that are treated appallingly, terms and conditions that would make normal Irish companies blush.
Anyone can write news and they can consume news, but I think having news from a trusted brand and understanding that the person or the journalist behind that is delivering quality content is invaluable.
I suppose in our lives we're so busy that we will accept what's going on around us without question. It's up to us to kind of, shine a light on hidden areas of society, and I think it's really, really important for the public.
The first things you're going to hear coming out of all of those radio shows first thing in the morning is what it says in the papers. The radio stations are gathering the papers, the TV stations are gathering the papers, all of those breakfast shows are gathering the newspapers because the newspapers report the agenda on that particular day. And that's the sort of media that people trust, and that's the sort of media that I think needs to be supported so it can go forward and continue in that role.